What up, YouTube? This is Woody coming back with a brand new video. Today, we're going to do something completely different. We're going to be completely off the motorcycle. We're going to be here in front of my computer. I got some things I want to talk about since Harley just had their dealer convention expo thing this week, and they released all the 2020 models and the new lineup, what's changed, what's not changed, the different colors, new bikes, and I want to make this video to talk about this bike, the brand new 2020 Harley Davidson Softail Lowrider S. I'm so stoked about this bike. I can't explain to you how excited I am about this bike. Let's just get right into it. I just wanted to use the page so I could be more accurate in some of the specs and stuff like that. I wouldn't want to miss anything. So, and I'm just kind of scrolling through this right now. Obviously, the live wire is new. The street models, 3 street models. Sportsters. We're down to 4 Sportsters now. I'm not 100% sure if this is the last year or not for the Sportster. I'm holding out hope that we're going to see some changes to the Sportster. But I don't think that they're going to end the Sportster. I just got this feeling, because it is a very popular bike, it's been around for a long time, and I have a feeling that we're going to see something new. Maybe more gears, maybe a little more power, who knows. I feel like we're going to see a change. I don't think we're going to see it die. And then we come to the Softails, obviously the Lowrider S that we're going to talk about. Everything else is pretty much the same in the Softails except for colors. All these bikes here, the Fat Bob, Breakout, Fat Boy, are the 3 bikes that came with an option of a 107 or a 114. This coming year, 114 only for those 3 bikes. Heritage still has the 107 or the 114. The regular Softail or Lowrider still only the 107. I'm kind of surprised about the price on this bike, the FXDR 114, going down. It's went down significantly. It's about $2,000 if I'm not mistaken. Everything else looks like it creeped up a little bit. I feel like the Street Bob was closer to 14,000, maybe a touch under. And the Lowrider, I think, went down just a touch. Everything else seems like it went up, and that's because last year they had both motors. You could get the 107 or 114. So the starting price was lower because that was the starting price for the 107. So, I mean, it looks like they went up, but this is the original prices they would have been last year with the 114 in them. Sport Glide, nothing's changed. What I'm really looking forward to next year is, I feel like a Slim S. We need a Slim S, and I feel like we need a Sport Glide S. How sweet would that be, a Sport Glide S with a 114 in it? Be sick. And then the touring models, I'm not going to get into them, but pretty much the same. A lot of different color changes, and I mean, that's pretty much it. And they've got some new tech I don't understand right now, but they got a lot of new tech in them from what I gathered from some of the videos that I've seen. But this is the bike we're going to talk about today. Okay, so when people first seen this bike, they were kind of disappointed in the way it looks, and I can understand. This computer generated picture, let me go back. This computer generated picture right here, I mean, it looks stupid. Let's get this big gap here. This looks more predominant, almost like a V shape or whatever. It looks like it's more extreme. But when you get to the actual bike, pictures of the actual bike, it doesn't look that bad. I think it's just the computer generated pictures that they just don't look right. But like, the thing is so sick. Black. The original Lowrider S came out, and I think it was 16 and 17 model. I don't think it was available in 2015. But yeah, so now it's back this year in a Softail frame. Obviously, in the black, it's pretty much the same colors as the original. The badging is a little different. I'm not crazy about this ginormous Harley Davidson on the side of it. It's kind of a throwback theme, but I'm not kind of crazy about it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Lowrider S, the original Lowrider S, just had the smaller, like, stuck-on Harley Davidson logo on the side of it. Since the wheels that, like, copper or whatever, I don't know what color you want us to call that, wheels and stuff. I noticed that the handlebars are actually on risers, like pretty predominant. You can see them sticking out right there at the top of but they are already on a kind of a small riser, but they still have a riser to them. I think it looks sick. I love it. I think with the change of a tail light right here to clean up the tail, and like a flat mounted license plate or a side mount on the swing arm, clean that tail up, it would look sick. Maybe even just do away with the tail light altogether and integrate it into the turn signals, or maybe aftermarket something on the end of the fender would look sick, and just clean that up. I like this bike a lot. I really like this bike. It looks so good. But if you put the license plate down here, mounted it down here on the swing arm to get it off the tail, just kind of clean it up a little bit. I like it. The one I like, so it's offered in this color, the black, which is what it was always offered in, the vivid black, and then they have this Barracuda silver, and that's the one that I want in my life. I think it looks sick, and the gray pops on the silver pops on all the black. It looks pretty sick. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I'm freaking stoked about this bike. I'm not crazy about the seat. I think it looks weird with this big piece right here, and I wish it, for me, I'd put a 2-up seat on it, so my lady could ride on the back of it, and pegs. So I would want a one piece that's set real low. I mean, she's not gonna ride on it too much, but when we want to go run around town real fast or something like that, just a one piece, real low sitting. And for me, being a taller guy with a thinner seat, it might give me more leg room because these are mid controls. So bring me back a little bit. That might help me out, feel a little more comfortable on the bike. I love it. I love it. I love it. Here's some more pictures of it. 114. The bike looks good in black. It does look good in black, but I just love that silver. And I don't like this. I just don't like the big logo on the tank. I think even on the silver, see it on the silver, it's black. It looks so much better if it's black. Which obviously it can't be black on here, and it has to match the wheels. Or somewhat. I think it's still brighter than the wheels are. Sick bike. Mono shock. I think it looks so good, dude. Love it. I love it. I love it. Cast aluminum wheels. Dual front disc brakes. Dark bronze. That's the color. Dark bronze. I wish this didn't have the orange or whatever's going on in that lettering. I'm not crazy about that. Anyway, dual front brake. That's what everybody's been complaining about with these new Softails. I don't find it to be that big a deal, but it wouldn't deter me from buying one of these Softails. It looks so good. So good. So 114, 650 pounds, which if I'm not mistaken, the lightest Softail is the Street Bob, and the Street Bob is 630 pounds. Now this is before all the fluids are put in it and everything, so it's going to be closer to 680, I think, when it's ready to ride down the road. Seat ride height is 26.5 inches. It's not the lowest seat height. Obviously, the lowrider or the Softail Slim has the lowest seat height of any Softail, but that's still pretty low. It shouldn't be too bad for shorter riders to get their feet down. Here's one with an aftermarket little fairing, bikini fairing, or whatever you want to call it, in the aftermarket seat. See, I'm not a fan of the seat. I hate that big fat rest on the back. Hate it. Let's see. Let's go into the specs. I just want to see a little bit more of these specs. See, the computer generated picture makes it look so much steeper, and then it puts this big gap between the fairing and the forks. Oh, forgot to mention the forks are upside down forks, but yeah, it puts that big gap there, and I don't think that's the way it looks in person. I think the computer image does something weird to it. Anyway, vivid black, 17,999 with the color, the Barracuda silver, which I would definitely get the Barracuda silver over the black. I just would. 18,399. ABS is standard. Security option standard. California emissions 200. Freight 390. Let's see. Bore stroke, displacement, fuel, 202, offset, shotgun, catalyst in the muffler. Let's see, dimensions. Seat height 26.5, ground clearance 4.7, the rake on it is a 28, and I think the original one was 30. The rake on it was 30 inches. This is 28, or 30 degrees, and this is 28 degrees. 110 in the front, 180 in the back, 5-gallon tank, 5 gallons of oil. Alright, weight as shipped 650. Weight in running order 679, so pretty close to what I said, 680. Pretty good guess. 119 foot-pounds of torque. Oh yeah. Dude, I think this thing's going to be a tank. I think this thing is going to be awesome to ride. I think it's going to be so awesome to ride because it's got the upside down forks. It should handle bumps even better than the regular lowrider, which I just did a ride review of the lowrider not too long ago. If you haven't seen it on my channel, you should check it out. And the regular lowrider is a great bike. I'm not crazy about all the chrome on it, and I hate the handlebars. I just hate the look of the handlebars, but it's still a good bike. It's comfortable, and one of the few Softails that's set up for 2-up rider. I wish this came with the 2-up rider option. Like, I wish you could go into the dealership and that was one of the options. You could pick color and 2-up or non 2-up. But I don't think it's hard to switch this out and put some pegs in here somewhere. But that's definitely what I would do. I know a lot of people like to do the 1-up looks cleaner and stuff like that, but I just would rather have 2-up so my lady can get on the back whenever she wants. Let's look at some of these pictures. I'm not crazy about this. This is too big. This is too big, and I hate this. Load less. Okay, so. Alright, and then I got some pictures pulled up on my Instagram. I posted it on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me, Woody on Two Wheels. If I find something that I like or whatever, I always share it on here. When I do a ride review, I post pictures of what my next video coming up is going to be. The GSXR 1000. This picture is just what was there to ride. My ride wall escort with a Palmia wall escort. So this right here, let's see if we can blow it up. There it is in person. This is at the dealer convention. See, it looks so much better than the computer image. There's the silver. I freaking love it, dude. It's so clean. It's so clean and so good, dude. So good. I like it. And you can see right here, that's like, I don't know how many inches, about 2 inches of rise right there. So good. So good, dude. There's another. angle of it. And you can see the risers a little more. Nobody's talking about that. That is like factory risers right there. I've never seen them that big coming out of the factory like that. It's a good looking bike. There's it with a heavy breather. Or I guess the original breather on it's a heavy breather. This must be like a K&N. This is one with that bigger fairing, that aftermarket fairing. I don't know if it's Memphis Shades or what it is. Sick bike. I'm super stoked about it. I can't wait for this bike to come out. I want it. I want it so bad. I want to ride it this weekend. I'm trying to get up to ride. I was supposed to go ride a FXDR 114, but the dealership hasn't called me back yet, so I don't know what's the deal with that. But I might ride up there anyway, or I might go out to Jim's Harley Davidson, see if they got any new ones. If they got any of the 2020s, I'll do some walk-arounds of them and get some pictures. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should follow me on Instagram. That's the first place I usually post pictures. So if I get to see any in person, I'll definitely be taking some pictures of it. I'll get a better, if I can, I want to get a side shot to where you can see if this has that gap in it that shows up in the computer image. But I mean, in all these pictures, it doesn't look like a huge gap there, but you can't tell at this angles. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here. The bike's awesome. I am stoked. They blew it out of the park with this bike. I think they did. I'm freaking stoked about it. I know other people are stoked about it too. I can't wait for this to come out. I'm definitely going to be riding this bike. I've got the schedule of the Harley Davidson truck, when it's going to be in my area, which dealerships and everything. I got them all dates saved in my phone. So I'll be going to them, and I'll be trying to get on as many of these 2020s as I can, as soon as I can. If I can get on them before the truck makes its rounds, I'm going to definitely get on them if I can get one of the Harley dealerships around here to let me ride them. But yeah, I'm ending the video here. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit that dislike button. Let me know. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you think about this bike. If you're super stoked about it, just like I am, I'm freaking pumped about it. Can you imagine building this bike to a 117? Think about that for a second. A 117 in this little bike would be so badass. It would be so awesome. But anyways, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I want to hear everybody's opinions on this bike. I really like it. I really want it. If I was going to walk out and buy a bike today, this is probably going to be the one that I would buy. I love it. I'm stoked about it, especially with the silver. Especially with the silver. Looks so good. See, that gap is not very big right there. I wonder why it's so much bigger in some of these other pictures. Anyways, that's it. I'm going to cut the video here. This is Woody. Peace and I'm out.